Alright, we're gonna get right into the video. Today I'm going to talk about why I just prefer Star Rail over Genshin. Don't take it the wrong way. I like Genshin, I just like Star Rail more, you know. Here's why. Number one, Trailblaze power. 180 Trailblaze power is better than 160 resin. One Trailblaze power comes back every 6 minutes, while one resin comes back every 8 minutes. Very clear cut difference, so we're just gonna go ahead and just hold that up, okay? Just go ahead and hold that.
Hold that. Boy, if you don't.
Number two, quality of life features. Standard of the health, comfort, and happiness experienced by an individual or group. I'm gonna go ahead and put that definition in case, you know, people get on my ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think you could grind up a character faster in Star Rail than you probably could in Genshin. Everything is available for you to grind on a daily basis, so you don't have to wait for a certain day for everything to be unlocked or just to grind on a certain character in specifics. Nor do you have to wait a certain day to work on a weapon, per so to speak, you know, the materials and whatnot. I prefer this way of working on characters. Then there's the whole easier access to assignments, expeditions are a lot easier to go into. You can change the main character's element from the menu, the character, you know, little menu thing instead of just going to statue 7. So yeah, basically easier access to assignments. The expeditions, you know, are a lot easier to get into, and then you can just change the MC's element in the menu instead of going to a statue, which is kind of like out of the way, me personally. So number three would have to be the writing. I actually love the writing more in this game than I do on Genshin. Genshin feels like it's just holding your hand, and I know a lot of people say that the writing in that game is catered towards a younger audience, and here's all I gotta say to that. If that is the case, then why do we have characters like Lisa, Rosalind, Crimson Witch of Flames, you know, yada yada yada. Like, why do we have characters like that in the game if it's catered towards a younger audience? Like 12, 13, 14, is that what you're talking about? Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I was around that age, I mean, that shit was not even news to me. Like, bro, big chest pillow women, like, bro, like I was already there, been there, done that. So Star Rail, on the other hand, with the story, I just like it because it just doesn't assume that I'm a fucking idiot and re-explaining everything pretty much like 80% of the time. Star Rail feels like every character has their own sort of like persona, and the MC has more flavor, has more personality than Aether and Lumine, and that by itself, you know, it got me hooked. I'm gonna go ahead and just prefer Star Rail. Now, this is not in my list, but I'm gonna go ahead and add it anyway because I feel like it needs to be addressed. The way it looks like, they seem like they just cater towards games that are within the Honkai series more than like anything else outside of Honkai. Maybe it's just me, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. I'm gonna go ahead and put this out here as well. The gacha, you know, when you first play the game, they basically just give you a free 5-star. You can't pick the 5-star that you want. But if we compare that to Genshin, where if you start the game, they just give you a Noelle, then they give you a Zhangling as well, and then there's like another 4-star. I feel like I'm forgetting. You know, I just made this video. I need to get it off my chest because I'm just very conflicted. I am at my wit's end with Genshin. I've been there since day one, like 28th of September of 2020. I've been there since day one, and it's still frustrating how we still don't have something like that self-modeling resin from Star Rail, you know, that just allows you to change the stat of a relic, the equivalent of an artifact. It still feels crazy that we still don't have these things that people were clearly asking for in Genshin. Don't get me wrong, they addressed some issues. Like, it used to be 120 resin, now it's 160 resin. We didn't have domains open like on Sundays. Every domain open on Sundays. We didn't have that. We didn't also have the whole artifact strongbox thing. I mean, don't get me like wrong. It's okay. It's not like a clear cut, just straight up, boom, this is the solution to this very big problem. Like, no, strongbox takes like 3 artifacts to get 1 artifact. Before I do all that, I'd rather just read those 3 artifacts into another 5-star artifact that has like good substats, you know, for the most part. But I would love to like healing bonus off of a gosh dang crown and be able to put like crit damage, crit rate, you know. And the fact that we still don't have this after like 3 years, we still don't have the option to get a free 5-star, because again, you know, their whole beginner experience with Star Rail is, hey, after like 50 pulls on this very specific banner, you can get a 5-star guaranteed. So I don't know, it's just looking real crazy. Data as a character, I was anticipating so much, bro. I changed the desktop wallpaper to Dea because I was praying. I was hoping that they would not fuck her kid up, because Hoyoverse, or MiHoYo at the time, they have a history of just fucking characters over, and that was a character I was praying on everything that they would not screw up. Like, lo and behold, as we all know, from a skill, burst, hell, the entire kit, bro, like, everything about that shit is just complete garbage! Skills ass because she acts as the shield, but the only problem with that is she doesn't necessarily guarantee you not taking any damage. She literally splits the damage up and applies like damage mitigation. That's how that works. It's still stupid though. You could have just made her the shield. I would have had no problem with it. She would have been taking like all the damage with the damage mitigation. So. But no, that's not how that works. They made her a shit shield. And man, normal attacks, we don't really get into those like that. But man, that scaling on that bitch is try! They didn't even want you to use any kind of character that can infuse normal attacks with her like at all. Fucking hilarious. And then the burst, I mean, do I need to say more? You need so much damn support, bro. Like, Daya is crying right now. She needs all that help. Good lord. People scream, oh, just get the C1. And I'm like, well, damn. What if somebody comes across that character and they miss that one time to get Daya as well as the C1, and they have to bet money on the standard banner? And as we all know, this isn't Star Rail. We don't have a system where you can just pick out the character. Granted, Star Rail, you know, it's like after 300 pulls. But I feel like Genshin is deserving of a system like that. I feel like Genshin deserves a system, or at least the player base, the community. Man. Like, we've been supporting the game for so long. Remember the first year anniversary, man? You remember that fiasco? You remember how that happened? You know, people were upset that rewards were lackluster and they started censoring them, and the shit got worse. Like, it got exponentially worse. They was review bombing everything they could on the App Store. Still didn't really patch up the entire celebration because it was tainted by that censorship. But good lord, like, come on, man, do better. You gotta do better. I swear, I sacked my 50-50 so I could guarantee myself a copy of Daya. It was on I Hate Them Better. I'll never forget it. 3.4. I sacked it for Daya. So I pretty much just threw away I Hate Them for like Daya because I was hoping that she would be crazy, but she was not crazy. I was so wrong. Not to mention that that's like Pyro character, but the last Pyro character before her was like Toma, all the way back in Inazuma. So, whew. It's really bad. Team viability, garbage. Team options are non-existent. Pack it up, bro. Like, I use her on the Ayato, Xingqiu, Hu Tao. That team does not work like that with her. She actually fucks their team over. I am telling myself, hey man, this burst is like so ass. It doesn't sync up with fucking Xingqiu. It syncs up with Ayato burst. It doesn't really sync up with, you know, Xingqiu or Yuan. It's special if you wanted to. Candace, like, there's a lot of characters that just don't work. I'm gonna move on from that before I get fucking upset. Like I said, I like Genshin. I put a lot of time into it. I worked on the characters. I worked on fucking Hu Tao for like 3 months. Because again, you know, this artifact RNG bullshit. It's very annoying. But if I can play another game like Star Rail, and you know, surprise, surprise, I like turn-based games. If I could play a game like that and get a lot of enjoyment out of the game, then I guess Genshin is just not going to be my main game. It's just not going to be my main game anymore. Like, I got too many problems with it. Anyways, I'm not going to prolong this video any longer than it needs to be. This has been your boy Jen. I'm going to sign off right quick. I'm going to go get some sleep. You'll probably see this video like tomorrow, maybe Saturday, depending on where you live at. As always, take care, stay love, have yourself a damn good one. I'm out of here.